In 1761, Jean-Jacques Rousseau published a novel with a provocative disclaimer. He claimed to have simply found these letters written by simple country folk in the Swiss Alps, and he challenged the sophisticated elites of Paris to see if they could find any merit in such unpolished lives. The format removes the traditional narrator. The story unfolds through intercepted correspondence, allowing us to observe the characters in their most private and unguarded moments. We meet a central trio through these early dispatches: Saint Preux, a brilliant but impoverished tutor; Heloise, his noble-born student; and her cousin Clara, the witty confidant who navigates their shared secrets. This epistolary style places us in the position of eavesdroppers. We watch as these three individuals struggle with the constant friction between their personal desires and the rigid expectations of their society. The central conflict is established through the letters of Heloise's father, the Baron. He makes it clear that he will never permit his daughter to marry a man of a lower social class, regardless of his merit. Despite this, the affair intensifies. The letters reveal a world of hidden notes passed in gardens and a forbidden kiss in a grove that marks the end of their innocence. The correspondence eventually shifts toward a tragic turning point. It suggests a physical union between the lovers, a resulting pregnancy, and a subsequent loss that fundamentally alters Heloise's perspective on her life. The scandal forces an immediate separation. Saint Preux is sent into exile, wandering the isolated, rugged mountains of the Swiss Valais, while Heloise remains behind. This period of intense passion leaves their lives in ruins. Their attempt to prioritize love over social order results in chaos, illustrating the danger Rousseau saw in a life governed solely by emotion. A potential solution arrives through Lord B, an English nobleman who offers to provide the lovers with an estate and the financial means to elope. The Baron rejects the offer with fury, forcing Heloise to choose between personal happiness and her family's reputation. To protect her family, she ends the affair, agreeing to marry Mr. Wolmar, a much older man known for his calm, rational, and unsentimental approach to life. This decision marks a definitive pivot in the narrative. Heloise abandons youthful rebellion, committing herself to a life defined by moral duty and domestic responsibility. Several years pass. Heloise has transformed into a model wife and mother, and she eventually invites Saint Preux to return to Switzerland after his years of world travel. The invitation is part of a radical social experiment designed by Mr. Wolmar. He believes that by bringing the former lovers together in a controlled environment, he can prove that reason and virtue have successfully replaced their old passions. The letters lose their previous intensity. In their place are long, serene descriptions of the Wolmars' estate, Clarens, where every aspect of life is organized with mathematical precision. Rousseau uses this estate to depict an ideal social order. Life at Clarens is built on orchestrated harmony, where the interactions between Heloise and Saint Preux are transparent and constantly mediated by Mr. Wolmar. For a time, the experiment appears to be a total success. The household thrives, proving rational virtue can conquer the most intense human desires. This stability is suddenly shattered. During a family outing, Heloise's child falls into a river. She dives in to save him, but the shock to her health proves fatal. The tone of the letters shifts once more. The serenity of Clarens vanishes as the members of the household realize she is dying, and their writing becomes increasingly frantic and mournful. Even on her deathbed, Heloise maintains an air of calm. She expresses complete confidence in the virtuous life she has led and the family she is leaving behind. Her passing is portrayed as a serene martyrdom. To those around her, she dies as the ultimate example of domestic duty and maternal sacrifice. However, a final letter from Heloise, delivered to Saint Preux only after her death, changes the meaning of everything that preceded it. In this confession, Heloise admits that she never stopped loving him. The peaceful, virtuous life at Clarens was not the result of a cure, but of an exhausting, lifelong struggle to suppress her true feelings. She confesses that she welcomes death. To her, it is the only way to ensure she never fails her family or gives in to the passion she could never truly extinguish. Her final request is that Saint Puru marry her cousin Clara and remain at the estate, preserving the social structure they all worked so hard to maintain. Rousseau ends the story with a complex conclusion. He suggests that while the human heart may be impossible to change, its energy can be redirected toward the performance of duty, a philosophy where the cost of social harmony is the permanent, hidden sacrifice of the individual.